this video, I'm going to be discussing the 4 hamstring muscles, which are located at the posterior compartment of the thigh. So let's begin. First, I want to show you the 4 muscles. I drew lines here to separate them. Let's start with the most lateral ones, which is going to be the short head biceps femoris muscle. Medial to the biceps femoris muscle, the short head, is going to be the long head, located right here. Then we will notice that the next muscle is going to be the semimembranosus muscle, which is found right here. And then to finish up, it's going to be the semimembranosus muscle. So let's talk now about its origin, insertion, action, and innervation. Let's begin with the short head biceps femoris. The short head biceps femoris is going to have an origin at the linea aspera, and this can be noticed right here. That is the linea aspera of the femur. Its insertion is going to be at the head of the fibula, located on the lateral side of this posterior view. Then we're going to have the action, which is going to be flexion of the knee, extension, and lateral rotation at the hip. Its innervation is going to be the sciatic nerve. And here it is, flexion of the knee, extension of the hip, and lateral rotation as well of that hip. Then we're going to have the long head biceps femoris, that's right. And this is going to have a different origin. The origin is going to be located at the ischial tuberosity of ischium. And I'm just going to show you guys here. This is the long head. And this is the origin cut, as you can see here. Alright, so that's the origin. The insertion is going to be the same as the short head, which is going to be the head of the fibula, located right here. Its action is going to be the exact same as the fibula, flexion at the knee with extension and lateral rotation at the hip. Its innervation is going to be the sciatic nerve. So after this biceps femoris muscle, we're going to notice the next one coming up is the semitendinosus muscle. Let's look here, semitendinosus. The semitendinosus muscle is going to share the same origin as the biceps femoris muscle's long head. And we can notice it right here, right next to it, adjacent to the biceps femoris muscle, is the semitendinosus muscle. Its insertion, however, is going to be different. It's going to be located on the medial surface of the tibia, or proximal tibia, around this area. Its action is going to be different. They're going to share the flexion at the knee, the extension at the hip, but they're going to make a medial rotation of the hip. And they're going to be sharing the same innervation, which is the sciatic nerve. Lastly, we have the semimembranosus. The semimembranosus, it's located right here as the most medial muscle in the posterior department of the hamstrings. This is the muscle. It's going to be sharing the same origin. If we look here, the muscle, it's going to originate below these guys or underneath, but they're still going to be sharing that ischial tuberosity of ischium origin. But the insertion, it's going to be the same as the semitendinosus, located on the medial surface of the tibia. If you want to be a little bit more specific, that can also be called the medial condyle of the tibia. And they're going to be sharing the same action: flexion of knee, extension, and medial rotation of the hip. Its innervation is going to be the sciatic nerve. All of the hamstring muscles are innervated by the same nerve, the sciatic nerve.